NPP is in a majority. We do not think that this should be reduced to a matter of back and forth contention between the New Patriotic Party and the NDC. We are aware that the major media houses in Ghana covering these elections have assigned parliamentary correspondents to each of the 275 constituencies in Ghana. Parliamentary results are counted at the polling stations collated at the EC Constituency Collation Office or Center and declared by the returning officer at the constituency level. I would therefore task the major TV and radio stations gathered here to do the needful, because as far as the EC is concerned, apart from the ones where the results are still being collated and in dispute, the matter is settled. Nonetheless, we wish to clarify the facts as presented on Form 1D, the Parliamentary Election Results Summary Sheets, and provide the public with true state of facts as declared by the EC. So far, NPP has won 137 of the 275 seats in Parliament, and these are without disputes. The NDC has won 132. How 132 can be flipped to represent a majority, only Elvis and his cohorts know that. This makes the number of parliamentary seats so far declared a total number of 269 between the two parties. Of the remaining seats, there is one independent elected member of parliament confirmed. This is Fomena constituency, which has been won by the former NPP parliamentary member of parliament. The remaining 5 seats whose results are in dispute are Upper Dentra West, they are still on it. Pandai is still in dispute. Seshuyu also is still in dispute. Sene West is still in dispute, and Savlugu constituency. Even then, the NDC continued to lay fanciful and reckless claims to seats which they have not won, such as Abura Asebu Kwamankese, where our candidate, Elvis Donko, has retained the seat. If you recall, their first press conference, they stated that they've won the seat. In effect, they have not. They lied once more and once again. The New Patriotic Party knows that the people of Ghana are now anxious as they listen to the conflicting results and information from the NDC. We know the opposition has been desperate and still are desperate after centering their whole campaign on blatant lies. Once again, we will restrain ourselves when it comes to the presidential race, except to reiterate that the figures from our own internally collated pink sheets, evidence of which we will share with you here. Our friends from the media, as I told you in my first press conference, those figures cannot be in dispute. We wish to share with you the real collated results of the presidential election. Let me take you through that. As we speak now, we have 96. Yeah. Let me stand here. As we speak now, we have 97.12% of the reported total number of polling stations results in. This translates into 37,813. The total number of polling stations in question amounts to 38,933. The outstanding so far that we've not received is 2.88%. This is real time. And this translates into 1,120 polling stations that we've not reported on. And the outcome of these is as follows. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party and the President of the Republic of Ghana, has garnered 6,610,417, which is 51.46%. The former president, John Dramani Mahama, has in total 6,063,645, which translates in percentage terms 47.20. It is not strange to me that the NDC cannot and have not been able to tell us the exact percentages they've had with the presidential elections, because the presidential elections are announced at the same time the parliamentary election is declared. So if they were able to know that they have 140 seats in their basket, which is a lie, how come it is only 37 constituencies that they've been able to collate? And these votes that you see, 6,610,642, is the highest number of votes to be secured by any presidential candidate in Ghana's history. These are facts based on each of the pink sheets which have been scanned and are available for inspection. And I'll get our IT director responsible for this campaign to take you through the processes that led to these positions that we arrived at. We wish to remind the good people of Ghana that and even before then, they made a spurious argument that because of their fake 140 seats that they said they've had, it is possible that they will win the presidential. Ladies and gentlemen, if you cast your minds back, in 2008, in the first round, we won the presidential with over 100,000 votes. If we had won one touch, we would have been in minority in parliament in 2008. And this situation we find ourselves is a clear example. For instance, if you take Bono region as an example, Banda constituency, we lost the parliamentary, but we won the presidential 8,090 as against the NDC 7,685. If you take German South, we lost the parliamentary, but won the presidential with a whooping margin of 29,197, with NDC getting 16,218. If you take Winchi, we lost the parliamentary, but won the presidential. If you go to the central region, the story is the same in most of. So it is not surprising to see that although we are in majority, which is not very big, our presidential candidate, because of the good work he has done, has been able to garner more votes than most of our parliamentary candidates. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are making the point that whereas we do not wish to declare that we have won the presidential race, we can confidently say that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has secured a clear, incontestable margin ahead of his closest challenger, John Mahama. Indeed, there's clear, undisputed evidence available in constituencies across the country, including, for example, 20 constituencies that I said in the central region that we lost some. In the central region, so far, we have 10 parliamentary candidates that is not contesting at all. But we won 20 of the constituencies in the presidential elections. I'll take time to even go through the seats that we've won so far, the 137 that I'm talking about. We will, however, as responsible citizens, wait for EC to declare the final report or results. Again, as we come to the end of this election period, we call on all well-meaning Ghanaians to exercise patience as we wait for the declaration of the final results from the Electoral Commission. But for that of the parliamentary results, it's been declared already because it was declared at the constituency level. That's why Honorable Kokromoti Power is still the member of parliament elect for Ofuasi Ayiribi. We call on the NDC to refrain from the continued concoction of non-existent violence and from causing extreme apprehension amongst the public. This is a situation we have seen happen in several countries, and Ghana must strive to avoid this. They are free to celebrate their gains, why not? But they should refrain from exaggeration in falsely claiming parliamentary majority which they do not have, and not likely to have, even if the disputed seats go their way. They seek to ruin an extremely peaceful and well-conducted general elections, for which Ghanaians must be proud of. Let us remain calm, steady, and wait for easy. The battle is still the Lord. But before I hand over to Joe Anochi, let me go through the parliamentary seats that we've won. In Ashanti region, we have Adanse Asokwa, Efija Kwabre North, Efija Kwabre South, Efija Sechere East, Ahafuano North, Ahafuano South East, Ahafuano Southwest, Ekrofrom, Asante Akim North, Asante Akim South, Asante Akim Central, Asokwa constituency, Echuma Kwahoma, Echuma Mponwa, Echuma Ngwabeja North, Echuma Ngwabeja South, Bantama constituency, Bekwai, Bosume Frehon, Bosumchi, if you say Asokore, Ejuso constituency. We have Dwabin, Kumwewu, Kwabre East, Kwadaso, Mampon, Menshia North, Menshia South, Mansoe Dubia. Before, as we were preparing, there was some little bit. They finished, they've declared our candidate won with a bigger majority of 500. We have Manson Kwanta, we have in Shiaeso, we have in Suta Kwaman Beposo, we have Obuasi East. We have Obuasi East, we have Obuasi West, we have Odotobiri, we have Ofenso North, we have Ofenso South, we have Ofori Chrome, we have Old Tafo, Swame, and Subin. If you come to Ahafo region, we have Esunafo North, Esutifi South, no, Esunafo North, Esutifi North, Tano North, and Tano South. If you come to the Bono region, we have Brekum East, Brekum West, Doma Central, Doma East, Sunyani East and Sunyani West. If you come to Bono East, we have Kintampo South that we've never won before. We won for the first time. We have Pru West. We've also not won this constituency before. We won for the first time. If you come to Central Region, the seat that they said they won, Ebura Sebu Command Kete, with Elvis Morris Donko as our parliamentary candidate elect and our member of parliament. We have Agona West, we have Asin Central, Asin South, Ewutu Senya East, we have Efutu, we have Gomoa Central, we have Iman Lower Denchira, we have Infansteman, we have Upper Denchira East. Upper Denchira West is one of the constituencies that is in dispute. If you come to Eastern Region, you have Abetifi, you have Ebrem, you have Ebuakwa South and Ebuakwa North, you have Achianse, Akim Odan, Akim Swedro, Ekuapem North, Ekuapem South, Asine across Manso, we have Etiwa East and Etiwa West, we have Fantiakwa South and Fantiakwa North, we have Kade, we have Lower West Akim, we have in Price, we have New Japan North and New Japan South, we have in Koko, we have in Sawema Dojiri, we have Ofuansia Yirebi, Honorable Kojo upon Kroma. We have our Kre constituency. We have Sumhum, and we've won Upper West Akim that we've never won before. If you come to Greater Accra, we have in our basket Ablekuma North, Ablekuma West, Amasaman. We've won for the second time in the history of the Fourth Republic. Enyaso Tuom, we have Ayawaso Central, we have Ayawaso West Wogon, Botiano Ngleshi, Amanfrom, and Domiko Abenya, Okankwe South, Okankwe Central, Tema West, Trobo, and Weja Bawe. If you come to the northern region, the new case on the blood. They've done so well. We have Bimbila, we have Gushegu, we have Karaga. Banda is one of the constituency under dispute, and they are resolving. We have Mion, we have Nanton. Mion, we've never won before. We almost won in 2004. There was some little dispute over it, and as usual, we couldn't win. We have Savlugu. Savlugu is still under dispute, and they are resolving it. We have Tatale Sangwili. We have Tolon constituency. We have Yendi and have Zabzugu. Zabzugu, in their press conference, they said they've won Zabzugu. This is the kind of opposition we are dealing with, but we are ready to contend with them. If you take Northeast, we have clear majority in Northeast. We have Tripone, we have Walewale, we have Yagba Kubori, and Yo-Yo constituency. We won for the first time. If you come to Savannah, the home region of His Excellency, the former president, we have Daboya Mankregu, we have Damango, we have Salaga North. If you come to Upper East, we have Binduri, we've won for the first time. If you come to Upper West, we have Lambusi, we've won for the first time. We have Nandon and Sisala East. I reserve voter region for last. In voter region, we have Hohoe constituency. You come to Western region, we have Ahanta West, Amenfi West, Efia, Esikado Ketan. They started spreading news that we've lost this one. We won with a margin of over 2,000 in this constituency. We have Kwesimintim, we have Impoho, we have Sekendi, we have Shama, we have Takradi, we have Takwa in Suayim. We have Bibieni Anyaso Bekwai. And Sesuyo also is still under dispute. That we know that from the facts that we have and the information we have, it will also be added to our stock. Thank you very much. Let me use this opportunity to introduce to you our own IT director, responsible IT of
Thank you, General Secretary. I salute you, Chairman McManu. We're able to do what we do because of the team that you put together. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press, and welcome to the Coalition Center, the National Coalition Center of the NPP. This afternoon, my job is very simple. But Mr. Chairman, if you indulge me, I'd like to give a big shout out to my team. Sure. My team. And Mr. Chairman, when I say my team, not only the team here, but our IT coordinators that are in the constituencies, the regional IT coordinators. These are the people who are boots on the ground doing the work. And wherever you are, we salute you. The job is very simple. Mr. Chairman, when you assign us this role, you requested for elections management system that has multiple requirements. It has to be a system that is accurate. It has to be a system that is timely and has a component of speed. So it has to be accurate, number one. It has to be timely. And the speed has to be there because on election night, speed is very, very important. So that is what we set forth to do, Mr. Chairman. And the speed, we can manage that. But the challenge that we had was accuracy. Accuracy. So when the ladies and gentlemen of the press do come here and we are telling them about our results, we have to have a document to back up. Not emotions. No, not emotions. Not what we perceive it should be. No. We want to have a document. So that's what we set forth to do, an enhancement of what we did in 2016 by ensuring that every one of the pink sheet, what we call a pink sheet, the statement of polls, every one of them that are brought to our our constituency coalition centers. Our constituency coalition centers. When they are keyed into the application, they are also scanned. So that when we tell you the numbers, we also show you the pink sheets. Easy as said, you know, the way elections are done, you start from the polling station, right? You get your pink sheet. Every one of the parties get a pink sheet. The pink sheet is your legal document. And so we take our pink sheets to our coalition centers. So a constituency of 100 polling stations will have 100 pink sheets, and they are all taken to the constituency coalition center. We make sure that we collate. We have our application that we have built, and we make sure that we scan. And then once we scan, we upload it. And so that the teams in the region, so if you are in Ashanti region, Kumasi, you will be able to see 47 constituencies. The same way, if you are in national, you see all the regions and the constituencies. And that's what we have done. Without going too much into the technical details of the architecture, I just want to show you a few of the uploads that have come in. So quickly, the key here, and I know General Secretary actually went to, is if you look at the top corner, it says live polling stations. Now, some of you have been here, and if you have been watching that table, you see that it's been what? It's been updating. It's been updating. The corner here. So as our team in the constituencies, as they key in the pink sheets that have come in from the polling stations, as they key in, they upload, it is shown up here. As you see, currently, we have 97.21% of all pink sheets that have come to our constituency coalition centers have been uploaded. And the outstanding is what? 2.79. So somebody say, okay, so where are these pink sheets? So where are these pink sheets? So I'll take some time and take you through this. So very simple. Over here, there's a link. It says that link to statement of polls, right? Link to statement of polls. So when you are making these decisions, you know the polling station is very essential. If you really stay at the constituency level and you just make projection, you can run into an issue. That is why we had that link. So William, can you click on that and take us to? So once you click that, now we have all our 16 regions. All our 16 regions. And this is live. This is not a cut and paste. This is live. It takes a lot of time to actually do this. Right, so you have all your regions. And for each region, you will have the constituencies. And for each constituencies, you will have the number of polling stations as assigned by EC. Can you take us to the first one, anyone? So again, here he clicked on Ahafo. All right, click on Ahafo. And this is the reported polling stations. Now, if you see a number here, it means it is outstanding. Outstanding doesn't mean that they're still voting. No, you know, some of these polling stations are very far away. You know, Chama have a concept called a journey of the pink sheet, right? The journey of the pink sheet. When you get a pink sheet from the polling station, how do you transport the pink sheet to the coalition center? So it is possible that they have come into the coalition, it just haven't been keyed in. So these are all the reported. These are all the reported. So how does it make any sense to me? Can you pick any one of these constituencies? Which one? Asutifi South. So he clicked on the Asutifi South, and it will it will bring up all the reported polling stations. Right? That shows the data that our folks have keyed in. Right? Then someone will say, these any numbers, anyone can key in any numbers. Right? What does this mean? So what we say is that, okay, for each one of these reported, if they have scanned the pink sheet and sent to us, we will see it. Sometimes they scan and they make mistakes, and we don't get them. We have to call them. But oftentimes, pretty much all of them are here. So can you take us to one of the pink sheets? So here he's going to click. All right. So it says original. All right. Which one did you click, please? The first one. And what's the first one? Methodist JSS. Right? And this is the official pin sheet. This is not some pin sheet that someone got from any other place. Right? So what are you going to show us? Well, here it says that on that pin sheet, it says that total registered voters is what? 524. This is what our IT coordinators key in at where? At the constituency. How do we ensure that that is accurate? Right? So let's zoom in. 524. Can you zoom in for me? $524. This is what is on what? The pension. All right, resize it, please. And go back. Let's check the numbers. And the first NPP is what? Speak to me, please. 190. NPP is 190. NPP is what? 190. Okay, the next one. 250. See, we didn't even take anything from it, right? Exactly as and this is what? 250. Right? And you can you show us the next? Zoom is what? Zoom is 2. Right? And then the rest will follow. Can you take us one? There's one. PNC. PNC. Yes, PNC is here. Up. 1. What? The PNC is 1. Right? PNC is 1. Are you guys following me, please? Okay. Can you take us to Ashanti region, please? So take your time. So it's going to click on Ashanti region. And then you have 47 what? Constituencies. And each constituency will show reported polling stations. That is why at the beginning you have reported polling stations. And then outstanding. Again, outstanding means that election is over, we receive our pink sheet, but the journey of the pink sheet can be very complicated, right? The story is told of a certain man that is going from Jerusalem to Jericho. It's a challenge. The journey of the pink sheet is like a certain man going from where? Jerusalem to Jericho. Sometimes you don't get there. And so it can be a challenge. And that's what we have done to make sure that pink sheets that come late, right, we can follow up. So here, right, which one? Can you pick one for us? Formina. Okay, so Formina is number. So click on Formina, right, and then all the police stations that have come in are listed. Right? Can you show us, Pinchy, which one would you show us? So hold on a second. Which police station would you? Number 2. So let's go over. Number 2, the total registered voters is what? 342. 341. NPP has what? 235. NDC? 45. 3. GFP? 1. Keep going. Right. Independent had 1. Total value 285. Rejected is 1. Total issue. So these are the pin sheets that have come in that someone has what? Queued into the application. And we are seeing that, and we knew one day you're going to be coming here, right? We knew you're going to be coming here. So we said, let's do what? Let's make sure that we upload the pin sheet. So can you show us the pin sheet, please? Okay. And then where are we? 360. Number 3. Right. So MPP, so there's 360. 341. 341. Oh, 341. Right. And MPP is what? Sorry. 45. NDC is 45. Right. MPP is 235. Yeah. Right, GUM is 3. And you can move all the way through. Can you take us, last one, take us to the voter region, please. So voter region, which one did you pick? Okay, all right, number what? 1. Number 1, okay. How many, so you have all the polling stations are there. The total registered voters are there. The original pin sheets, if they are there, when you click, you find them, right? And then the numbers. Can you pick any one? Which one, please? Number 1. Okay. All right. Total is what? 403. Right. NPP is 17. Wow. All right. NDC is what?
3.
Right. GUM is 1, and then it goes through. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, so this is the work that Chairman McMahon and his team, Director for Operations, our own dynamic General Secretary, John Boadu, and our friend, my brother, Samioku, the national organizer, who's also in charge of the volunteer group. The amount of work that goes into this. Today, you only see the output. But if we tell you the operations, the investments that the party has put into this. So when we come in and we give the numbers, again, it's not about emotions. You know, it's not about, okay, our parliamentary, we want this many parliamentary seats, so a simple equation, it maps to presidential. That's not how it works. Right? That's not how it works. If you have the pink sheets, please show us. And that's what we are asking. And lastly,
see the presiding officer's signature on the pink sheet.
Okay. It depends on how they scan it. I think that this one was a bit long. Yeah. So, but we have the ability to generate the summary sheet and then a collation sheet at the constituency level, the regional summary sheet, the regional collation sheet at the regional level and at the national level. So before we go to these meetings, right, we do have our summary sheet. So when the EC gives us a summary sheet, we have already generated one. We want to do that quick. Let's show us a summary sheet. So this is another tool that we are using.
But conclude with the figures here.
Conclude with the figures. So what are the figures here? So I don't know if you've been watching since you came in, right? It's been what? It's been changing. It's been changing. So as we stand right now, with 97.23% of all polling stations, that's very important. I need to say constituencies, of all what? Polling stations, of all polling stations have come in. It's amazing that as a political party, we are able to get 97 of all polling stations coming. And we have, our standing is what? 2.77. And out of that, His Excellency, the President, has 6,614,593. Former President John Mahama has 6,070,755, which translates to 51.45% for His Excellency the President and 47.22%. Now, what this means is, now you look at the outstanding. Right, the outstanding is what, 1,080 polling stations. Please listen to me carefully. The outstanding is what, 1,080 polling stations. Folks, everyone knows the number of registered voters in all polling stations. So you can easily do the math. Are you with me? Yeah. You can easily do the math and look at the difference and say, right, that I agree with what General Secretary says. When all the votes are counted, we believe that His Excellency the President, right, will be.
Some of them are accents.
Okay.
So pink sheets.
So go back to
Signatures of.
Ali, the stamp is there.
Agents and presiding.
Yeah. I think this time around, because of the length, let me see if they are there.
Let's see whether.
Okay, so it's some of them. Yeah, some of them are there. Yes. Yeah. Right, some of them. They are all there. And then the stamp is also the stamp. The stamp is there. Yeah, the stamp. Yes. So this is back, I think. appreciate the opportunity to have us come and showcase what we have done. And oh, the second one. Yes. So you want to show us, you want to print to us, print as a summary sheet. So this is OTA for a summary sheet. So, before we go to the collation center, right, we can generate our own summary sheet, right? So what EC will give us as a summary sheet as a party, it has to match this, right? We can also, so that's a summary sheet. Close that and show us a collation sheet. At the end of the collation, you are given a collation sheet, right? Collation sheet. So typically, before we go to the EC, we have our own collation sheet and we have the pink sheet. So that when the EC presiding officer's pink sheets come in, we will use that to cross-check. It makes the work much easier for us.